Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the app today.
Life is short, and it's full of a lot of interesting questions. What does happiness really mean? How do I get the most out of my time here on Earth? And what really is the best cereal? These are the questions I seek to resolve on my weekly podcast, Life is Short with Justin Long. Follow Life is Short wherever you get your podcasts. You can also listen ad-free on the Amazon Music or Wondery app.
Crappens. Watch what crappens. Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Watch what crappens. Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens?
Todd!
Hello.
Hello, you gorgeous refugees.
Oh, you
No
brave.
electricity. No heat. Your little inner tubes coming down the river to get to emos. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank
you
you,
guys.
guys.
Thank
We've decided our new tradition is that when we start tours, there's going to be some extreme cold weather event.
you. Yeah. It's
last
gotta be
year-
so bad they named this shit, you know?
Yeah, this was Winter Storm Mara.
Mara.
Okay. Mara. I'm
Winter
icy.
Storm Cape Mara.
Last year, when we started our tour, we coincided with a bomb cyclone.
They made that shit up just to get me mad too, because that's not even a thing. And don't tell me that you all heard of bomb cyclones before
Yeah.
2 years ago. That's some bullshit, made up bullshit that they just came out. You can't just call it snow. You know?
Yeah. Certainly no Mara, that's for sure.
It's no Cape Mara.
Yeah.
It hasn't had the problematic past of working closely with Kevin Spacey, but still, it was bad.
She's very Real Housewives-y, Mara. Mara the Winter Storm. She's like, I may be windy, but I'm not afraid to blow. she's a
Now
racy,
that's a storm I could get behind, actually.
She's a racy housewife.
I finally love storms. Well, I hate talking about the weather, but I've learned living here in Austin.
In Austin.
I love talking about it now because you all will get bitchy about the weather. I went on the Facebook group, which is like my favorite place to mentally troll. Because I don't have a fake account on Facebook, so I don't want, people will see where I live. I don't want to do that. But I tell people off in my head. But today I just kept reading the threads where people were going, hey, how the roads out there? It's always some man, sorry you guys, you very cute men in the front.
Yeah.
But it's always some man in a fucking 9-foot tall truck with LED light. You just know, because I click on their pictures, I see the red hats and all. I'm like, I knew it was you. I knew. And then there's always that chick who comes on and goes, you fucking idiot. There's 90 car wrecks, look. And then they post the article with 90 car wrecks. I was so proud of us, by the way, in my neighborhood. 90 car wrecks.
Yeah, you did it. And that doesn't include the show we're about to recap tonight. Get it!
Isn't it funny that we're recapping a show that takes place in fucking Miami on the coldest day in Austin history?
No, but we're really so glad you guys did come out here because it was treacherous. So we really do appreciate it. This is very exciting to start our new tour off.
Yes!
And by the way, I have to say something that is so cool is that we just found out yesterday in Forbes magazine that we were the #1 most downloaded podcast by women. So thank you, ladies.
That's the only time my ass is going to be in Forbes. And you know what was funny? It was written by someone named Paid Advertisement, what a creative name. I just thought that was so sweet. Also, I want to say hi to my family who's all here. Love you guys.
Hi, family.
Hi, fam. So anybody who happens to talk to them, you don't know who Rhonda is, and you've heard nothing about her. Just kidding. Love you, mommy.
Oh, also, everyone in the audience has an obligation. That has to do me a favor, which is that somewhere over the past 9 months, I've discovered that sometimes when I'm not talking, I make a really prissy face. So if you see me going like this, just like make a gesture or something, so I can like, you know.
Honey, that's your face. That's just, you're not making a prissy face. That's your face.
I have resting priss face.
You have resting, it's your resting Ben face. It's a very cute face.
Well, thank you.
It's like you just discovered what potatoes were. It's like someone finally let you taste potatoes and you were like, what's the big deal? Like, what's so great about that? You're like,
could be better. Could be better. Well, welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about.
Now, it's been a long time since we've been in front of an audience, and it's also been a long time since I've worn pants that are not made of elastic. We all got here. This will be 5 hours. That is your warning.
Yeah.
Any husbands, confused people, there's a whole room back there.
Yeah, there's a bar.
Go have fun. The rest of us have some mijami. Oh, and just a quick one, because this is Miami. We do a lot of terribly, probably offensive accents.
Yes.
Our goal is not to be stereotypical privileged white fucks.
Yeah.
We are actually trying to sound like them.
We're trying to sound like the specific people, and
We
we're not.
understand we missed the mark sometimes.
So we apologize ahead of time.
But we're working on it. Let's work on it together.
Yeah, but it just feels weird to be like, oh well, you know Peter. It's, oh well, you know Peter.
Oh, well, you know Peter.
Oh well, you know Peter. You know, by the way, I do want to talk about Alexia for one moment, which is that.
Thank you. We have to open with a little Alexia.
So I'm trying to figure out my relationship with Alexia right now, because I feel like everything she says is wrong.
Yeah.
But I still really enjoy her.
But
and
that's
like,
why she's fun. Who wants to hang out with someone right?
right. And so a lot of people compare her to Teresa. They say like she's like the Miami Teresa. But I realized the thing is that I think the reason why I'm down with Alexia, but not so much with Teresa, is that Alexia is faster. Like I can deal with stupid if it's fast. Like fast, stupid I can deal with. But when it's slow and stupid, like Teresa being like, what did the can opener do today? It's like, okay. But when Alexia's like, oh, well, what does the can opener do? I'm like, great.
Speed helps. That's why my reputation is as a person who's good in bed. Hi. Oh, thank you. They're like, yes.
It was fast. You know?
Also, Teresa's legitimately stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, oh my God, she's so dumb. Not like that kind of dumb, like really dumb. Like
she's...
There are so many offensive words we can't even use in 2023 to describe how dumb Teresa can be sometimes. Teresa dumb, okay? It's like, my Melissa, like, bing, 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 bing. And that's what I told her. And you're like, what? You didn't even say anything, Teresa. You didn't say it. Why are you rolling your head? She's like, I told her. She's stupid.
She's stupid.
Alexia is not stupid. Alexia is very smart. She's just wrong.
She just says dumb things. She's a smart person who says dumb things.
Yeah, she's incorrect, but she's not dumb. Also, she's incorrect in multiple languages.
She is.
So you can be as stupid as you want, but if you can be stupid in more languages than me, you automatically win.
You're automatically smarter than both of us on some level there.
Yeah. Okay, so previously on The Real Housewives of Miami.
I want to cook fish. And I want to adopt baby, but I adopted fish and cooked baby.
Oh my God, like Nicole, like to be real, like honestly, for real? Like I'm not even kidding, like I heard that you slept with like every doctor in like the hospital, like.
Do you like know how hard it is to be like a doctor and pretty? And being able to fly any place, anytime? Do you like know about that?
I'm an alcoholic. I'm drunk right now.
I can't believe Lenny did this to me while I was teaching my kids about Hanukkah.
You're telling people that I'm dating a married man, and that's slander.
Okay, what does it say? What does it say? What does it say? What does it say?
Okay, it's a movie.
Place settings.
It's a movie with Julia Roberts.
Curtains, shimmering curtains.
She's like a hooker.
Flowers.
She knows Richard Gere, and then she like bangs Richard Gere like as a hooker.
Well, it's like too much for me to do because I've got like so many things to do. Like, I gotta go traveling to the Cayman Islands, then I've got to come back again, and then I've got like Russell needs watching Marvel movies, and then it's like a new turtle, and then my children, we have
It's
game night.
Pretty Woman, Mom. Fuck, it's Pretty Woman. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate you.
What did I say? Pretty Woman.
Oh, Adriana, I'm so sorry. Okay, you know what? I'm not sorry. Let me take that back. Oh, Adriana, guess what? Your boyfriend isn't married after all. You know what happened? I scrolled. I kept scrolling. I went to miamidade.gov, but I didn't know you had to scroll all the way to the bottom. I know. Oh, also, bad news, though. They're not serving Big Macs at McDonald's. Oh, they are.
Yeah.
There's Big Macs at McDonald's. And scene.
And scene.
So stupid. Most of these are already written for us.
Yeah.
But Miami does this thing, like they really do steal from telenovelas. Like, I don't know if any of you grew up on those. I did. And so those will be like, en un momento. I'm like, no, porque rico, no. And then it happens in the next minute. You're like, why'd you just tell me it was gonna happen 20 seconds ago? And this show does that. They're like, coming up on Miami.
Well, actually, the show does start off with a very telenovela thing because we see like a lightning bolt across Miami, and then it's like the most dramatic thing of all time. Marisol getting out of a car. Come on, you gotta get out. Come on, you gotta get out. Come on, like,
hold on,
you gotta get out. You gotta go. Come on now, come on. It's like you gotta come out now. Come on, you can do it. Come on. He's not coming out. Come on, you gotta come out. Look, you know what? If you're not gonna come out, I don't want you to come out then anymore. You know what? If you're gonna do this, this is. You know what? I can't help you. I can't help you anymore. Okay, you gotta get up. Okay, you gotta get up. Bro. This isn't gonna. No, this is not how it works, bro. It's actually a pretty good seat. It's a good seat. Actually, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. Bro. That was a lot. For people at home, Ronnie just crawled through my legs. It was the most intimate moment we've ever shared together.
That's actually a first, believe it or not, after all these years. Also, my knees sure don't work like they used to. Sorry for anybody who got excited about that quick sex part at the beginning.
I know, that was exciting. Yeah, so Marisol can't get out of cars, we've learned.
So they're going to this, and my spray tan's coming off. Shut up. So they're going to this place, the only doctor I really approve of going to, right? The only doctor who can actually fucking do something for you. You go to a regular doctor, you're like, my heart hurts, or like, you're fat. Okay, well, my knee hurts, you're fat, okay? I have arthritis. No, it's fatness, you know? This kind of doctor, they're like, let me help you. And they just start shooting you up with shit, poking your face with stuff, freezing you. I've gotten to the point where I've gotten so much Botox, I actually have skin horns because these are the only two muscles up here that will still move, and they're getting worked out more than these muscles. Do you see them? Actually, I haven't talked.
No, I haven't seen your skin horns.
They're two
before.
little dots, and they're growing.
Wow.
Now
Sounds
that's
like,
a doctor. That's someone who works for their money.
Sounds like you need some Miami medicine, as described in this scene. Well, first of all, the scene is also hilarious because Alexia tries to walk through the door with a full umbrella open. She's like, whoa, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh, you have to close the umbrella before you walk in the door.
This door. I didn't realize you had to keep
You know,
scrolling
like,
the
you
door.
gotta close it. You gotta close the umbrella. She always, by the way, states very obvious things as if she's just discovered it for the first time. Guys, you have to close the umbrella if you want to go through the door. Wide things do not go through things that aren't as wide.
Watch out for this. Watch out for this.
Watch out.
Watch out for it.
It's not as wide as the umbrella. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
And she's also doing
Call
a really
911.
quick head shake thing
Call
where she'll just
911.
do this. Have you noticed that? I thought my
Yeah, she
TV
always
is
does
shorting
that.
out. She'll do this like.
Shaking her head. She does. She shakes her head for everything.
It's weird. It's like she's stuck on something. It's trying to restart. Also, she's always trying to teach Marisol Spanish. Marisol knows Spanish. Like you hear Marisol speak in Spanish all the time, but Alexia every episode teaches her a new word. She's like, oh my God, I cannot go in there like that because la sombría. Marisol, sombría.
If Alexia were my Duolingo, I would be speaking Spanish. Like, I would be taking lessons every single day. Be like, sombría. So they get in, and this guy comes over. Marisol goes, "Hey, fat doctor." I was like, whoa. It's this guy named Raphael.
I know, that would not be nice if it was the other doctor, because he was a little chunky.
Yeah.
And if I was the doctor, I would be like, get out, you fucking drunk. Get out now. Hi, fat doctor. Fuck you, you old drunk. Are we just walking around labeling everybody now?
This doctor, to me, Raphael, well, I don't know if he was actually a doctor, but didn't he sort of look like someone who was like on The Real World in the 90s, but like you forgot about? Like someone got kicked off out of the house. They brought him in for the last 3 episodes. Like, I know you from the 90s.
He's one of those people who goes to the gym in like scrubs. And you're like, you ain't a doctor. Shut up, Raphael. Fucking liar. And it works every time, even though we know they're not a doctor. I'm like, I'd still fuck that guy.
Yeah.
He may not be a doctor, but he actually took the effort. He made the effort to get the uniform, and that's something.
Yeah, it's true. So he comes over with little drinks, and he's like, hey girls, your drinks are ready. They're 72 calories, fresh pressed watermelon, and 1 ounce of vodka. I don't need you to tell me my drink is 72 calories, right? I just want to have my drink.
Yeah. I mean, no. No, you need the calories for it. You got to count it later, even if you're drunk, Ben. Look at me making an effort. Do you know how fun it is to keep calories? You guys have to, it's so fun. I feel like I'm saying fuck you to the computer every night. I'm like, and a Snickers bar. Fuck yeah! It's like, you're over again. You're over. Danger. High in sodium. You're not supposed to have this much fat. I'm like, fuck you. Here's a manual ad. Fuck you, 13,000 fucking calories, my fitness, fuck face, I fucking hate you, die. Sorry, I told you it's gonna be 5 hours.
Like, enjoy the next 2 hours of Marisol and Alexia at the Fat Doctor. So anyway, the Fat Doctor gives people stuff to lose weight. I don't know what it is, because he doesn't give it to me, because all I drink is vodka.
Why would you bring me to a doctor that does that? What do I look like? I need to lose some weight? What, do I?
He's also an umbrella doctor. Oh, okay.
He's my favorite person that I've met in the past 4 months. That's so specific.
So they're going to be getting some sort of like injection, and Marisol doesn't even know it's like cement, and she's like, I don't know what's in it. I just inject myself, but I trust him. He's smart. He's hardworking. He doesn't look like he's even touched a school, let alone a medical school. Give me all of that.
I don't get any of that. We just hang out. So he's your coke dealer. By the way, Marisol this whole time is like, yeah, it's really great. The shots are really good, Raphael. Really good. I'm like, are you massaging the stones of cocaine up your knot? What are you doing?
It's a Versace mansion. And then Alexia does one of my favorite things, which is the really clunky Housewives transition, because Marisol basically says, oh yeah, this guy's good looking and he's nice, he has nice manners. Oh, well, speaking of manners, Nicole didn't have any at my house. I was like, okay, sure.
She should respect my home because it's my home and that's my time. So she should respect it. And so then we cut to Marisol holding a furious Alexa back at this lawyer party this lawyer party luncheon where they all were supposed to ask how Lisa is supposed to get properly dumped from this rich doctor or whatever. So Marisol holding back Alexia going, you're rude, hold it, she's paying for his time. And Nicole going, you want an Ay-Mex? Do you want an Ay-Mex? Fine, I have an Ay-Mex. And she gets her card and just throws it at the lawyer. And Marisol's like, she did it with fervor, like she was proud of it. And Alexia's like, since when do you pay attorneys with Are we supposed to feel bad for lawyers getting Amexes thrown at their heads now? I'm not doing that.
Well, but then she said this really funny thing, because she's like, since when do you pay attorneys by just taking an American Express card and throwing it at them, okay? Like, that's something you do at a strip mall. Not a strip mall, strip club. A strip club in a strip mall. Okay? Like, where do you drop cards? At a stripper. I'm like, wait, what strip club is she going to where she's throwing credit cards at the stripper?
Yeah, it's not how you're supposed to do it at strip clubs.
People are like, when they see her come in, they're like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Because those Amexes get heavy, too. It's assault.
They are.
In some places. You throw an Amex at me, I'll walk behind you doing my job all goddamn day. I'll recap your whole life. I'll be like, Marion is looking at an orange with her bare hands during COVID. Isn't that sweet? Oh, Marion, in the 10 items or less lane with 12 items. Here's Marion for you, everybody. Picky about oranges, not too picky about weaves, are we, Marion? Okay, it's like, God damn, I'm never throwing my Amex at you again. You're a monster.
So they're just like annoyed with Nicole. Alexia's like, you know what? She asked me to my last hair. So then we go over to Nicole FaceTiming Julia.
I'm sorry. I feel like Norm at the end of the bar. I'm like, hey, Sammy. Yeah, I always love a good Julia scene. So Nicole's like, so how's your hand, friend? And Julia's like, oh, it's like sad goat.
My hand has diaper now.
Oh.
You know, I'm sitting in front of my laptop right now, and I just feel like the last time that we got together, there was like a lot of conflict. And Lars was like, we cut to Lars going, you're like fake, like I can't even, like, honestly, to be honest with you right now, you look totally fake, and I, like, can't even.
And then we see Adriana saying, like, I don't know what's going on, but that I don't know why you're saying that I'm going out with a married guy. Okay, he's not married. And then Alexia is saying, like, oh, but you know what? You're going out. It is really hard to read these accents. It's really hard.
It's too much. Just watch the show. In Real Housewives of Miami, sometimes you have to say, you just got to watch this shit. Really. So Nicole has decided, she's like, yeah, so you know what we're going to do? Because there was so much conflict, I think we should have like a redo trip. I was like, well, don't invite Lisa because it's not going to change. Lisa's in that place we're all in when we break, well, especially when we get broken up with. Fuck that guy. It's like, you can be anywhere, taking my order for dinner. I'll be like, I got dumped. How the fuck are you? Great.
Yeah, so she wants to do a trip to the Bahamas this time instead of Key West. And Julia's like, oh,
Oh, great. Can I bring small wooden table?
okay, I guess you can.
I bring goat and diaper.
There are so many bigger... By the way, have you noticed that when Nicole talks in her interviews, she always looks like she's holding an invisible apple? She's always like... She's like, there are so many bigger things to think about. It's like, stop shaking that invisible apple at me. There's so many bigger things to think about than our petty things. So we have to just like remember that we're friends.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
It's really hard to stick with working out.
Oh my God, it's really, really hard.
Me too. And it's a new year, and it's really time to get our butts in shape. And you know what? Peloton makes it really easy.
Oh my God, you know I'm a big Peloton fan because Peloton is more than just a bike. You probably already know that Peloton makes bikes, but what you may not know is that they also make treadmills. And no, not all treadmills are the same. With the Peloton Tread, you can seamlessly adjust your speed and it can automatically adjust your incline while you're taking a class so you never break your stride. I have used a Peloton Tread and I can attest that this is what happens. It is a lovely, lovely experience. And by the way, it's also not that big. I was shocked by how compact it is.
Because nothing gets you moving like the perfect song, Peloton offers the best playlists with a variety of genres. Whether you're looking for EDM, 90s pop, something soulful, Peloton has music to fit your mood.
It's fitness for all levels. Like, you don't have to be a super athlete to enjoy Peloton because there are classes for every level. Whether you're squeezing in a power walk or training for a marathon, Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals.
Try Peloton Tread risk-free with a 30-day home trial.
New members only, not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
Decades before Anna Delvey began scamming her way into high society, Christian Carl Gerhardt's writer was infiltrating America's most elite circles with little more than a fake name and a lot of charm. Bold, ruthless, and willing to kill, Gerhardt's writer embarked on a caper across the West Coast, successfully evading the FBI for decades. Hi, I'm Sachi Cole, co-host of Wondery's podcast Scamfluencers, where we unpack the lives and schemes of some of the biggest scammers and con artists. In our recent two-part series, 3 Weddings and a Funeral, high society's top social circles become a playground for a fraudster. Follow Scamfluencers wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen ad-free on the Amazon Music or Wondery app.
So back to Marisol and Alexia and Rafael. Marisol's like, I'm all about this Gringo dinner as long as all 3 courses are vodka. She pulls out a little trombone.
It's a little slide whistle.
And Marisol, the prop queen of Real Housewives of Miami.
She has like a little accordion and like a thing, like a one-man band thing. With like a little cymbal overhead, like. Psh, 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 psh.
So Raphael's like, okay, are you guys ready? We're gonna get you fattened up. But it's opposites day. Come on! So Alexia's like, well, I had planned this Gringo dinner with Nicole like 3 weeks ago. And then we see them planning it like, oh my God, you're with the Gringo, I'm with the Gringo. We should have Gringo dinner.
Like, I'm not going to disinvite her. Like, that's not what I do. Well, you know, like, if she thinks she's supposed to be there, then she'll show up and she'll say sorry. So
then we cut back to Raphael, and he goes, okay, ladies, come on. We need to get to the lipotropics, the fat burners. And Alexia goes, I need to know what's in this. He just told you it's lipotropics. What else do you need to know?
So then Tom Girardi, the doctor, comes out. It's like if Tom Girardi and like the commish.
The commish.
What's his name again?
The shield, Michael Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis.
He's like tired Michael Chiklis. He is.
If Michael Chiklis had just driven off a cliff in Pasadena, it'd be this doctor.
He is a very tired Michael Chiklis. And I like that he hates Marisol on sight. So he comes out and he sees Marisol and he goes, hi, Marisol, what is it? I see by the way you're wiping at your nose that Raphael has already served you. Yes? She's like, I'm getting my friend a shot in her ass, Sapporo. All right.
Wait, by the way, we agree, this guy's not a doctor, right? He's clearly someone who works at the community theater that Adriana's music video director works at, right?
Ladies.
He's not a doctor. He doesn't even want to administer the shot. He makes Marisol do the shot. He's not a doctor.
It's like when you're trying to choose your healthcare provider, like when you get your new insurance and they're like, you have to pick your primary doctor, and scrolling through that is the scariest Tinder of
I've
all
never
time.
scrolled. I've never done that before.
The only ones who are available, I'm like,
You know, I went to Blue Cross Blue Shield. They didn't give me one. And then I finally scrolled and I saw his application.
And then I got one. So now they have this shot thing where Alexia's like, oh my God, I cannot take a shot. This is crazy. I'm not going to take a shot. You're not going to put that in me. No. No. You're not going to put that in me. Girl, you are married to the biggest coke dealer in Miami. You can take a shot. You know what I mean?
Oh, and then she asks, what's in there? And he goes, oh, it's just a fat burning shot we make. I'm like, is this a Jamba Juice?
But how do you do it? And Marisol's like, it's easy, I self-administer all the time. The lady who just said 2 seconds ago, I never take this, only my friends do.
So Marisol, please don't ever let Marisol give me a shot. It's just like the worst idea ever. So then we have the whole thing of Alexia being like, oh no, I'm really scared of needles. I'm really scared of needles.
Oh
I'm
no,
really
bro,
scared.
I can't do it.
I'm scared.
There's not even any fat here to
bro.
pinch. Oh my God.
Oh well, you know that's not professional.
Oh my God.
It's not professional.
All right. God,
Oh well, you know
actually
Peter
feels
would never do
good.
this. Okay.
Bro.
Bro.
All
Bro.
right, ready?
That was it. Didn't feel like much.
It's not a bad shot, I'll be honest about that.
You should be a doctor.
So then she's like, that's it?
And then they hug and kiss, as if they just went through, as if they just got off a roller coaster that had malfunctioned. Oh, we made it. We got through the shot.
So then we go to I have a thing for wait staff and service staff on Bravo, just from being in service so long. I'm like, just shut up. Everyone comes on and they start doing like a triple time step. I'm like, just give me my my fucking fried onions or whatever. But this show really has the good quality cast. So this guy is like a tough Russian, I don't know, I think he's a spy. What do you think?
No, spy.
Spy, right?
Yeah.
Because Julia's there and she's like, oh, wow, what welcoming. He didn't even welcome her. He just watches her slowly sit down. She's like, oh my God, what a welcome. And then she goes, oh, I don't know, should we do shot? And he's like, it is never too early for shot.
It's so sinister. You'll take your shot now. So Adriana
shot the clock somewhere. Ha. Ha.
There's Manila folder under seat. So Adriana comes and joins up and everything, and they start talking, and she's like,
Oh, Adriana, we haven't talked since Alexia's brunch. Went goat, pooped in diaper, but diaper was not on goat.
Well, actually, I'm quite upset because I felt scolded by hostess, okay? I felt like I was walking into the lion's den. And then we see a clip of them fighting and Adriana going, you should apologize for the slander. Adriana saying slander is my favorite old-time thing.
I know.
And now that this show has been on 10 years or whatever, technically not, but she used to say that back then, that is slander.
So then she starts reflecting about how it's so sad where they are in their relationship because, they're always there for each other through all the highs and the lows on the show. I'm like, have there been highs on this show? Hasn't it all just been like a steady series of lows?
Well, yeah. And then we see the clips of the proof that they're always there for their highs and lows. That's literally the only parts they're there for. When somebody dies, or it's true though, all the clips are like, oh, I'm sorry your mom died. I was like, that's not a long relationship. You say that to anybody whose mom died.
So Julia's like,
Let's go to botanical stores to get evil eye removal, good luck charms to take with us on the trip. Or, if not that, then goat. Let's get goat.
Well, I've tried calling adoption agencies, I forgot to tell you, and there's a waiting list for the waiting list. And, I asked the lady, I said, do you have restrictions for...
Same-sex marriage?
No. Goat share room with chicken. It's okay. Some people don't like that.
So Adriana's like, well, also you're old. She's like,
Yes, and she said this too. After 50, it gets fucking hard. Would you let your wife live a life? She's 60 years old. Get off her nuts.
yeah,
My God.
let Martina hit tennis balls at canvases and sell that art,
Easy breezy, I'm 50 and I'm gonna have a baby. Fuck you. Your kid doesn't want to take care of you.
No, Martina just wants to sit in a Barca lounger and watch the tennis channel, okay?
Date young, okay? Do you want to be Andy Cohen in this situation? He looks extremely exhausted. No offense, sir, but Jesus. He looks exhausted. Or do you want to be Lenny, who just started dating a child and looks happy as hell? Okay? Keep your morals outside. I'm saying, how would you be happier? Who would you be happier as? Lenny's the happiest one. I see a lot of smiling faces in here. None of them are as big as that prunes. None of them. That's one happy motherfucker, that guy.
I'll tell you who's the happiest.
Goat.
God!
So, let's go to the next scene, So, Larsa Pippen comes in dressed like a grape, to Lisa's place. She's like, hello, I'm from Fruit of the Loom, She literally looks like one of the Fruit of the Loom characters, right? She's like, where are my friends,
Lisa's house looks like one of the houses from Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if any of you play that. Just a terrible, awful cartoon mansion. It's like, I want columns. Give me the biggest fucking columns. It's horrible. It's terrible. And Larsa is like one of the Grand Theft Auto
She
people.
is. She is like an
Just like that.
like those cutscenes.
Yeah, like when you pay.
Can you do me a favor? Can you pick up a package from me across town? I'll make it worth it. And then like a mission comes up on screen.
It's Larsa. So, and with the filter and everything, I'm like, here we go, another GTA scene. So Larsa comes over, and she's like, hi, I miss you so much. How are you? Well, first she goes, hi, and Lisa goes, hi, I'm having such a rough morning. And she's like, yeah, so how's it going? So Lisa's like, not good, it's not good. You look skinnier. That's not good. I was like, since when? Since when is that not good? Thinness is bad when it relates to sadness now? What's the fucking point of sadness?
Yeah, well, I'm finding out some more bad news. He told me himself, okay? I know this is next move. He's gonna try to kick me out and put me on House Hunters International.
It's only been 1 month.
Could you imagine her?
I want to be in the center of town, on the edge of town, and on the outskirts of town in one house.
My budget is $8 million. Can you find me a 2-bedroom? It's a lot of noise from the road.
I've always wanted a swimming pool for a bed.
Uh-oh. Popcorn ceilings.
Can't move into somewhere with a Formica countertop. I did love the swimming pool bed. That was good of you to find that, Frederica. So she's like, so basically Lenny's doing that thing where he's like, thanks for having my kids. Now take them someplace else. He's a horrible
He's a terrible
human being.
person.
And if this doesn't end with him being set on fire and like
He needs
put out in the cul-de-sac.
He needs to be Wicker Man. But I think what everyone does know, that as terrible as whatever Lisa is going through, Larsa's also been through it, guys.
Always.
Guys, so like, Scotty never treated me like this, because I was married to Scottie Pippen, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
It was like just not easy like this. Like, we fought, but it wasn't so abrupt. It was just like months and months and months of me being in all the headlines of every newspaper in the world.
Yeah, but like it's so hard because we're like famous, and so like I'm going through it, but then I'm also like seeing it everywhere. It's like all over the world. Yeah, I totally get it, cause like I'm like so famous. Like it was everywhere, like everywhere. People were saying like she's like cheating on like seriously, not even gonna lie. She's like cheating on Scotty, and I like wasn't like we weren't even like together then like.
And then it's headlines. Larsa Pippen gets new face to hold on to the past while banging a rapper named Future. Conundrum or cum dum dum?
Our divorce was so famous, I got calls from Dubai letting me know that my warranty was expiring.
She did say that, right? Like they
She's
were
like, I got a
calling
call
her
from Dubai.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's so famous. I got a call from Luxembourg, guys. It was a missing number, but it still was really exciting.
I'm so famous, even Sikhs cared. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm so famous, I was actually in Wordle. Larsa, look it up. June 13th.
So,
Lisa's like, oh my God, I have to take a deep breath. I have to take one every time I open a People magazine. My face is in there. He's making me sick. Just as sick as I get every time I turn on the news and see my face.
I was so sad when I wasn't elected president because I was so famous. I was running on a platform of XYZ. So
Larsa's like, oh my God, you know what I did? Like, I just chose, like, I'm gonna just, like, choose happiness. LOL, you chose to marry a man worth 90,000 trillion kabillion dollars, okay? You didn't choose you chose happiness before you divorced it, and then you divorced it so you could stay happy, okay? You don't just choose happiness. Happiness costs money.
I just didn't know.
And don't let Oprah tell you different.
I didn't know happiness was the rebrand for OnlyFans. That's all.
So Lisa puts her hands dramatically over her nose like she just got hit by a football. She's like, listen, I know divorce is hard, but look at it this way. You could be divorcing a poor person.
Ah, that's
Then
a
it's
great
just fighting,
spin.
you know?
Yeah, that's a great spin.
So one day, okay, so now this song. What's her buns? Adriana just doing all these songs now? I think she is.
Yes.
These songs are so stupid.
She is.
Okay, this one's like dun 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 dun. One night in Miami, speak Spanish. That is a transcription of that song.
I believe that was co-written by Fat Doctor. So,
Hey, fat doctor, get the fuck out.
so we're at a restaurant called Ball and Chain, which feels appropriate. And it's like a quadruple date. It's a quadruple date for everyone who's an alcoholic like me. So,
Gringo ring. So Marisol and her weirdo husband are there. That guy's just kind of like an aging gay sock puppet, right? I don't believe that he's even his own person. I've never seen him move on his own. And he's always real close to Marisol like this. Like, it's always kind of like her hands up there. Something weird going on with this guy.
it's like a balloon. So Alexia is like, oh, well, you know, Peter, I'm like still really upset with Nicole because she still has not called me to apologize. And she has to know that like what she did in my house was wrong and rude. And she's showing up at dinner tonight and like, how can she do that? This is like what I want to know. How can she do that? I'm gonna shake my, and she's gonna try to walk through that door with a wide umbrella. I'm telling you that right now. She's gonna try a wide umbrella.
Todd is wearing a black blazer with a white stripe that goes straight up and straight down.
A Brooks Marks.
Is that a Brooks Marks? It does look like a Brooks Marks. Hi, Sam.
It's a Brooks Marks knockoff.
You can take the man out of Staten Island.
You know what, Ronnie? You're being very condescending right now.
Yeah, you know
You're being
what?
very
Who says
condescending
that?
right now.
Who talks like that?
It was a
Who
very
even
nice
says that?
tracksuit. No,
What are
I'm
you, even
offended.
a real
I'm offended
lawyer?
on behalf of the
Who the fuck are you?
tracksuit.
Who the fuck are you?
No,
Who the
someone
fuck are you
made
to
that.
question
Someone
anything?
sat down,
What
they
are you?
made that
What are you,
tracksuit.
a
You're
lawyer?
being very
Who
condescending
works for you?
about it
Like
right
two
now.
people?
I'm
What do you
upset.
have, two
I don't
people
like it.
work for
And
you?
you know why I
Who
know
the
they're
fuck are you?
upset? Because
Who's
they
this
told me.
fucking
They
guy?
told
What
me.
are you gonna bring him
I'm upset.
chocolate?
They said
What are you
I'm
gonna
upset
do?
because it's a
Bring him
nice
chocolate?
track jacket.
Yeah, fuck
No,
you.
no
Fuck
made
you,
it.
dude. You
It was a
don't
little
fucking know what
baby, and
you're
Utah
fucking
made
talking
that,
about.
and you're gonna
Stand
offend
on
him.
the bullshit. Go fuck
That's
yourself.
stupid. Stupid.
That's all of Todd in this scene. Wow, Todd.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Todd.
Yes. And for the next 7 years on this podcast.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So the producer is like, so, cast, who out of the husbands is the most gringo out of all the gringos?
So then, you know, Nicole saying, you know, that she says that that Russell and Steve are the most gringo, because at least Anthony is half Cuban and stuff. And then we find out what a gringo technically is. Because you may think you might know what a gringo is,
Huh. Yeah,
but
cast,
you know
what
what?
is it?
The
What
Real
is it?
Housewives of Miami have some education for you.
Well, a gringo is like a super American dude. Bring. Back during the Korean War, the Americans arrived in a green uniform and bring, ding, ding, just playing a harp. Ding, 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 ding. And they just put up a big, false.
Gringo is goat that is green. Gringot.
A gringo is when you have a boob doctor husband and he divorces you and you watch the Gringo. How could he do this to me?
Hello, I'm Kiki, and gringo is when you need a dick. Yeah, gringo.
So then Alexia says, well, back in the Mexican word, it's Mexican, and they would say green, go. And so they were like Americans. And it goes, ding, more correct.
And Bravo's like, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it.
And then she goes, but here in Miami, like we say it like it's like a nice thing. Like, oh, my little gringo, you know? Because like, I'd never gone with a gringo before Todd. So I say, oh, my little gringo, you know, like that. Like, I don't necessarily think that that's the truth. I'm just gonna go out on a limb.
So now Anthony is actually, Anthony's like a dick, right? And so he's kind of like a little butthurt that he's lumped in as a gringo. He's like, how am I a gringo? I mean, my last name is Lopez. What's the deal?
And Todd's like,
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's going to be a contest at the end of the night. It's going to be who's the most gringo.
Who's the most gringo?
Am I right?
Hold on a second. Who is the most gringo? You see what I'm saying? Gringo.
Staten Island wins, okay?
Yeah, Staten Island.
I think in Texas we think like, well, we've seen some pretty white people. Girl, Staten Island's a different kind of white. It's like Staten Island wins, trust me. I lived there for 1 year when I was 18. They win. So they talk about Nicole's kid getting better at Spanish, and Nicole's like, yeah, I speak like Miami Spanish, which is like slang. So my kid speaks actual Spanish because he learns from school, and he'll be like, and then I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what is that? And Alexia's like, yeah, what does that mean? I don't like that they're teaching the kids that. It's like,
What does that mean? What does that
he
mean?
said it means, Mom, is that a dump truck?
Alexia's very puzzled by this.
I love that. I just thought that was so funny. Like their kids are punking them, I think.
Yeah.
So then,
So now we have this whole like Cuban food moment where all this food comes, and then everyone has they're testifying for Cuban food. So like Gertie's like, oh, this is the best food I ever had in my life. This is I adore the Cuban food, honey. It's like island food. It's like rice. It's like chicken. It's like plantanos. It's like maduros. It's like tables. It's like chairs. It's like a ceiling and a roof, and like there's a sidewalk outside, and then a road. And the road takes you to another house, and inside there's another table inside there. And then there's a watching Marvel, and my children are there, and I'm not there, but we're playing games, but I'm not there yet. And there's a turtle now. It's exciting. It's like, whoa, Gertie.
And Marisol's like, I'm not eating unless I can have a plate of Belvedere. Oh, come on.
I'm an alcohol. I love cookies. I love cookies. Okay.
So they talk about, make small talk, like, hey, Russell, how come you haven't been in the fireman's catalog before, one of those sexy calendars or whatever? And he's like, well, I don't know, I really, because like when you're in one of those things, like you get like fans. I don't know that I really want that.
They didn't want its personality to overshine the other firefighters.
Russell's like a flame that's about to go out. It's just like...
It's appropriate for his job. Yeah. He's like, I want to manifest what I want to happen.
There's nothing better for a fireman than a wet blanket. You did it, Russell. You did it. And that's a hot, wet blanket, too.
Yes.
Don't speak. Don't speak, Russell. So then, it turns really quick here, right?
Yeah, because Alexia starts talking about Frankie, because she's setting Frankie up at this wonderful new foundation.
This foundation, you know what they do? They set kids up like Frankie, and they set him up with his passion, So they want to evaluate Frankie, So now they're out there looking for a job where you go hug pretty ladies and tell them that they're pretty.
And by the way, I didn't like how you acted in my house, Nicole. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, and that reminds me.
And that reminds me. Watch out for Alexia, because you could be anywhere, and she's just going to pivot on you.
She can make anything. She's talking about getting her special needs son help through a foundation, and Switch is like, by the way,
You were rude.
That reminds me.
Literally imagine her if she was like Austin's weather woman and be like, so there's freezing rain, you gotta stay off the roads. And that reminds me, sports guy, you were very rude the other day.
I don't like the way you were acting the other day.
I didn't like that sports report.
That's it. So she's like, yeah, because Frankie saw us. He saw us in the house when we got the lawyer to give us advice. And he saw us fighting. And he went like this, because we were fighting. And he was like, why are they fighting like that? You know?
And then they show a clip, by the way, of the fighting, and it's like Alexia screaming at everyone like,
Alexia
you don't know what you're
standing
doing. So she's like, it was supposed to be about family law, okay? But my friends over here have decided to turn it into something else. It's like, well, maybe it was about family law, and other legal matters, but the other legal matters were like below the fold or something like that. I don't know.
Nicole turned it, because they're like, okay, who has questions about family law? And Nicole's like, hey, what do you know about slander? Let's talk about defamation of character, because that's what Larsa did to me, saying that I slept with everybody from the hospital. And so then Alexia's like, that's not his law, okay? So we were asking questions about family law. And she goes, it doesn't matter, he's a lawyer. So people ask me all the time, like, I've got something in my eye. I'm not an ophthalmologist. And Alexia literally goes, like she had to think about that one.
So Anthony's like, well, I mean, he went to law school, so he should know what the definition of defamation is. Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, so you know what? So does Nicole, because she looked it up on the Google, and she married you, Anthony, and everyone knows what defamation of character is already. You don't need to do it at my dinner. It's my home.
Well, maybe it was important for someone who was there. Maybe they didn't know about it.
Well, let me address that. I did not have a problem with you asking a question, but it's the fact that you went to your purse and you went to get your Black American Express card. You know what? And then you throw it. And you know what? You're a professional, Nicole, and this was not professional.
It was rude. Point for Marisol. Point for Marisol.
And Anthony's like, what do they have for dessert here? Chocolate, I got some chocolate here or something. And Gertie's like, I'm just trying to get all the details. Like, why? Why was everybody asking so many questions? Were they asking questions? Did it come out of nowhere? What was happening? Oh, this sounds so crazy.
So I'm wrong? I'm wrong because I asked a question that no one wanted answered publicly? Like, that's malicious. That's malicious.
You were wrong because you threw a credit card in somebody's lap. And you know what that is? Rude. It's rude.
It wasn't a stripper. You don't throw credit cards at his lap. Okay? It's rude.
And you know what? You know what you've owned since I've known you? Nothing. Not one thing. You have not owned one thing since I've known. Rude. You're rude. Rude.
All right, Alexia, you know what? We'll send him some flowers, and we're very upset about upsetting your household.
Now you're going to be condescending.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're going to be
condescending? Is that what it is? He's a professional. He's a professional. And you're going to say you're going to send flowers and chocolates?
Does he want chocolates? I'll give him
You know what?
chocolates.
That offends me. That offends me. Flowers and chocolates.
Yeah.
What if he's allergic to
Who the fuck
chocolates?
are you?
That's not right.
What are you going to send him chocolates?
You're
What kind of
sending
fucking monster are
chocolates?
you?
You
Who wants
can't
your
do
fucking
that.
chocolates? I don't want your fucking chocolates. At least
How
he's
about
a real
this?
lawyer. He's got a real fucking job. You know what? And Todd's like, he's a professional. And Anthony goes, I'm a professional too. And I take American Express, so.
Well, you know what? He's a friend of mine for 30 years, okay?
Well,
30 years. I'm being as quiet as I can, okay? You're an attorney, and he doesn't plaster billboards across the city to fix leaky pipes. Ha!
Oh, so now he's going to come for Anthony for his shady lawyer business.
Yeah.
I need more specificity. And I love that in Miami, this storyline, that's huge. It's like, you're a shitty lawyer and you're a fraud, is what he just said, basically. And
Yeah.
Anthony's like, can I get some fucking dessert over here? Like, nobody even cares. It's Miami,
But we all know, like, next season on Miami is like, oh, Anthony's been defrauding his clients, right? Like,
Yeah, but all of them, though. That's why it's funny to watch them throw each other, the husbands go at each other, because what does this guy do? It's fucking Todd from Staten Island, Todd comes to Miami, he's a property manager. Someone's gonna kick my ass back there, Staten Islanding. I see you, Staten. It's like, I'll fucking kill you. I'm just saying, like, you've got Todd here who's a property manager, but he lives in a penthouse with cars parked on the inside that have their own elevators. No, sir, no. And to this I say, go at it, boys. Go at it, boys!
so now, like, Todd and Alexia are, like, just totally worked up about this. They're both basically, like, tag teaming. They're going after Nicole and Anthony, Because Alexia's like, you know what, you're both the same. I'm sorry, you're both the same, It's like,
You're gonna send a grown man flowers. You're gonna send him some Godiva chocolates, aren't you?
and this is when Anthony actually gets offended. He's like, I'm not gonna send Godiva chocolates. I'm gonna send something better.
Oh, yeah, you would say that. You fucking would say that. You know why? Because this guy doesn't even work in a real law firm, okay? This guy, what? This guy, what?
Okay, I rewound this 5 times, and Peacock said indistinct. It was not indistinct. Peacock trying not to get his little feathery ass sued, but it was not indistinct. He says it's because he doesn't work for a real law firm. He works for a firm for free. It's coming. I'm getting there.
What?
I love you. You're like a vocal. What do you call the things you read? I love you, and I will fucking kill you too. Cállate. All right.
So then Alexia goes, you know what? It's not nice, okay? Doctors stick together. Do you do that to your colleagues in the hospital? You don't support them in what they say. So now Alexia's like, you're being a bad lawyer because you're not supporting a fellow lawyer. I'm like, you know what lawyers do for a living? You know, they literally go to a room and battle.
Yeah, that's a good point. And so Anthony just goes, what are you fucking talking about? First of all, we're assuming that the guy was even offended.
Oh, let me tell ya, he was fucking offended, all right? I known him for 30 years, all right?
Yeah, he's like,
You know what? Let me tell you something. Okay, you work in a law firm of 3 people.
he's like, what? Who works in a law firm of 3 people?
3 fucking people. You got 3 people.
I got 187 employees.
You got 3.
Most of them are janitors, yes.
3.
And Marisol goes, rude. Marisol's just gonna keep saying rude. And Todd's, so they start fighting about the chocolates again and stuff. And then Alexia's like, you know what? You know what was happening, Nicole? You were trying to be a smartass and it didn't work. And I thought you were gonna call me this weekend and say, listen, I'm so sorry. I wasn't supposed to be like that. But guess what? You didn't call.
How am I supposed to know you're bothered unless you tell me, Alexia?
Honestly, like, I can't believe you don't know, but okay. And Gertie's like, she goes, why don't you just say sorry? And Marisol goes, just say you're sorry, you're rude. Just say you're sorry, you're rude. So
everything I do is wrong, okay? No one ever wants to see the things that are done to me, okay? Like, do you know how hard it was to buy that mirror for Larsa? That was difficult, okay?
you know what? You lost. Perrita, you lost. That's it. That's how I'm ending every fight now. I don't care. I don't care if it's with the damn bill lady on the phone. You lost, Perrita.
I know, this is why I love Miami, because it was only the 20-minute mark in the show. Like, this would have been like a 3-part episode on Beverly Hills. Kyle Richards being like, oh, but be open and honest.
So then this is the point in the adoption journey that... What is happening with that man? That sounds like a sea creature being attacked.
It is good.
So this is the point in Julia's adoption journey where she realizes it's not the same if you're rich. She's like,
I have problem, but then this man told me he met this lady, and there is baby store.
it's like,
She's like,
After being waiting on list to be on waiting list for month after month, someone overheard me and was like, speak to this woman, but tell them you are married to Martina Navratilova, world icon. And now I have baby.
and this is Richard. He is starting college soon. Like, damn, she moves fast. Dude, that was a lot of spit that just came out of me. This is why we have this. I've considered getting those like COVID bank things, you know, like the plexiglass.
yeah, like we're at a casino, like we're tellers.
Okay, so
You know what?
Alexia.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real talk. So Alexia and Frankie show up to meet this the foundation people, and they're both wearing matching baby blue and stuff, which is a super cute look for a talk about independence with professionals.
So it's a very nice scene because, you know, Alexia is working on making Frankie more independent, which is wonderful. So they go to this organization, the Demoya Foundation. And I just really like this scene because, you know, Frankie's like he's so sweet and everything. And it's like a very, very sweet moment about talking about, you know, becoming independent. And the woman who runs the foundation, Lily, I just love her because she's like no nonsense, you know?
She's a lady from Succession. Do you guys watch Succession? She's
like
the one
Jerry.
that they keep. Yeah, she's Jerry. She's Jerry.
She's
100% Jerry. And she's like no nonsense with them too. She's like, so you're gonna be independent now, are you? So can you take an Uber or anything by yourself, or?
I'm scared. She's like, well, you're gonna have to not be scared. It's like, oh, okay, Lily.
You're gonna need to get right over that immediately, you goddamn pussy. I'm like, Jerry!
I'm like,
Jerry!
Lily! And then Alexia's, he's like, I don't want to meet a girlfriend. I just want to like be with my mom.
I just want my mom.
And Alexia's like, well, your mom's not going to be here forever. And Lily's like, yeah, she's not going to be here forever. Okay, kid?
Yeah. And he goes, but she's my love. And Alexia's like, you don't want a girlfriend? You don't want a wife? And he goes, no, you. She's like, get the fuck over it,
sweet.
Frankie, all right?
And
Listen here.
And then Alexia starts to tear up because this is such a sweet and emotional moment.
Yeah,
and
it
Frankie's
is.
like, Mom, don't cry. And then Lily goes, that's what moms do, we cry.
Lily don't fuck around.
She does not fuck around.
So then we go to Gertie, who is showing that she's like really loving with her family. Because every time she tries, her family's like, God, mother, no. Anybody want to play charades? Like, no, you don't even know what charades is. So today's scene, proving Gertie is like super loving and always with her family. She lets her kid get a turtle.
Yeah, don't you get salmonella from turtles? Is that a thing? Okay, I probably should research things before.
Salmonella? What are you eating the turtle? Are you not cooking the turtle properly before you cuddle with it?
You know what? Going forward, I'm going to research all turtle facts before I come on stage. By the way, I also loved this turtle. The turtle really stole the show for me. I mean, Gertie has been kind of struggling to have captivating scenes. I mean, the heads up thing was not my favorite, but the turtle was sort of a step in the right direction. Like, I like the turtle's reaction. She's like trying to pet the turtle, but she has these really long nails, and the turtle's like...
Yeah. And she's like, listen, I don't really like you either, turtle, okay? But this is the situation that we're in. We're together right now. It's you and me, turtle. Do you do spreadsheets? And it's like, you can stay. You can stay. All right, give him a carrot. Give him a carrot.
The turtle has a little clipboard next time we see it.
Gertie puts that turtle to fucking work.
Yeah, it's a working turtle.
So then we go to Lisa, Kiki, and Laura. Oh my God, this is like the saddest shit I've ever sat through to cheer your friend up.
They're at 11, Club 11. It's spelled 11, but the L is two different ones, so it's a typo and numbers. So it actually looks like it says E11 even.
It's sad. And listen, we're gay. We've been to so many sad strip clubs where there's nobody there. But we're like, but we're 40. And this is when we need to come to the strip club, And then like some poor stripper like comes in a little early on like one crutch, where they're like, I can still work. And then they kind of get up there and they like maybe have a little trouble getting off there. We've all been there. And we're like, woo. You're doing it. E for effort. Come get your $1. Okay, I'll bring it to you. That is this scene, okay? So nobody's at this club.
No one, let's be honest, they probably filmed this at like 1 p.m. That's the only time the club agreed to turn off their music so they could shoot a scene. So they
No men there.
No men.
Only women.
They're like some like random tourists. It was like some families.
This lady's like...
It was like there was a flyer at the Miami-Dade airport or at miamidade.gov that was like, come to 11 and be a TV star.
So they're doing that whole, oh my God, party, like, I can't even like believe that we're out here because like you need to get some D, girl. And it's like, I don't know. I can't believe Lenny did this to me. And that's the whole scene. It just keeps going. And they're like, no, but you know what you really need to do? Like, listen to the beat of the music and like let it get through you. And Lenny's a bastard. But I still love him.
This is all so foreign for me, which has a lot of layers since I am an immigrant. I'm basically like the Canadian Fievel. Lenny actually had a cat. I felt very misled. I was told there were none of them.
It's like seeing that Liberty Bell, being from Canada and seeing that Liberty Bell for the first time and just having it dong you on the head because you never expected this to happen.
Never in my wildest dreams did I ever suspect Lady Liberty was actually carrying divorce papers.
The first thing I ever saw in this country was when Lenny walked right up to the Lady Liberty and drew marks on her breasts where they needed to be enlarged and said, call me. I'll miss him.
So she's going on and on for 31 minutes, and then finally Kiki goes, Lisa needs some dick tonight. And we are gonna get her some dick.
But then they don't. Poor Kiki. You know, she's really trying. She is trying, but there's no saving this.
God, by Kiki, justice for Kiki, like, we need more Kiki, disinvited from parties, when all she does is she just wants to make us happy.
Yeah. So then we go to the last scene, which is a restaurant called Amara. Okay, and this is another golden waiter scene. So this waiter, he does this. He's like, welcome to Amara. Would you like something to eat? Would you? Do you want me to tell you the specials? Do you?
It's like Miami's version of a haunted house.
Yeah,
Like
it's
everywhere
chilling,
else in the
it's chilling. It's
Yeah.
like a gay haunted house.
Like everywhere else, a haunted house has like creaky floorboards and like blood on the wall and cobwebs. But in Miami, it's just like very stylish. They've got some low-cal appetizers, but their waiters are clearly demons.
They're demonic.
Boo.
So Nicole, they sit down, and there's like this weird like tracking shot of Alexia's purse. I really love this show. They're like dun 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 dun. Alexia's walking all confidently, and they're like zoom in on the purse. Dun 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 dun. Now she's sitting down with the purse. It's only the purse in the whole scene. I love this show. Would you like some shrimp? Would you?
Yeah, so each woman gets like a walk into the restaurant. Like this is like, you know, The Godfather when they're going to get, like leave the cannoli, etc.
The fabulous Godfather.
Or take the cannoli, I should say. On this show, it'd be like leave the cannoli, leave the gun, and leave the cannoli.
I'm not even going into the toilet, so I don't even know if there's a gun in there. There's
I'm
no
not.
way I'm going to the toilet with this purse. Okay.
It would be like a very ineffectual Godfather, because every time there would have to be like a mob hit. Alexia would say, no. But look, you just go.
Because you won't take responsibility. That's why.
I'm not going into that toll booth. No.
So they try to, and also this waiter is such a camera whore, right? So they try to start. Nicole's like, listen, I swear to you, like I was so taken off guard that you were even mad because like I didn't know you were upset. And like, I swear I tried to talk before the Gringo dinner, but then like when I found out you were mad, the waiter comes over and he's like, hi. Just so you know, cheesecloths are my favorite. Like, okay, get the cheesecloths, get them.
So Nicole's like, Alexia, like you only see things through like your lens. And Alexia's like, well, I was going to it myself. I mean, I was in my home, I was with my guests, and like as a professional, I wasn't expecting you to do that, Nicole. Like, I just want you to know, I just want to say to you, like, you know that I didn't see it that way. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just didn't see it that way. And Nicole's...
Yeah, but like, I'm saying I'm sorry, but like, I didn't see it that way while it was happening. It's like what I'm trying to tell you right now. And it's like, oh yeah? But why didn't you see it that way? That's confusing to me. Like, you know why? Because that's part of who you are, huh? Is that how you are? That you don't see it? Is that what you're saying? Like, you're the kind of person who you don't see it? Oh, really?
And she says, you keep on saying like, I'm sorry, but. I'm like, should we roll the footage of your apology for saying all Russian women are hookers?
She is, Alexia
Should we roll that
is the
footage?
worst. She is the worst projector right now, the worst. So she's like, yeah, how can you not see it? And so Nicole's like, I was coming from a very hurt, defensive, and triggered place because we all have boundaries, and when it comes down to my profession and what I'm doing, that's a no-go zone.
Being a young Latina, Hispanic woman and pretty, like, do you know how many fucking prejudices?
This is where you're trying to be right. This is right here. This
No,
triggered.
I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain, like, why you thought I was being malicious.
Nope.
I'm trying to explain it right now.
Nope.
I'm just
Nope.
explaining
Nope.
it.
Nope.
I just want to explain it.
Nope, you're not right.
I'm just explaining
I
it.
can't hear it because
I'm
you're
just
not right right now.
explaining it.
Nope.
I'm explaining it.
You're not right.
I'm explaining it.
Nope.
I'm explaining it.
No.
It is something I'm explaining.
No. And so she's like, you know what? You can apologize because like a person when they apologize, you can't say put conditions. And a person who does this is like a narcissist.
So then Nicole, in her interview, is like, I'm pretty sure that saying you're a star and that you're born a star, like, I mean, some people may think that's narcissistic behavior. And then we get a cut of one of my favorite moments of the season, Alexia going, I'm always going to be in the spotlight because I was born a star.
So Nicole's like, listen, I didn't go there with the intentions of fighting with you. And she goes, oh, you know what did? Your actions had the intentions. Your actions had the intentions about it. It's like, damn, she's not gonna let this go, right? So then Nicole's like, okay, white flag. How dare you? You want a piece of me? No, it means, like, I surrender. Okay, you put on suspenders, I'll wait. I'll wait for you.
No, I surrender. Alexia, I surrender.
Okay, well, thank you for putting some thought into it, because that's all I'm saying. And then they're friends. That's it. Like, oh, I love seeing you too. Oh my God, white people, am I right? Let's marry one. Let's marry another one. Let's marry one together.
She's like, I'm stubborn. So then they start doing this thing where they act like they have not just had a huge fight, and then they're like, so now we can go on a trip together and have like so much fun.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have so much fun.
Amazing. It's gonna be so
It's gonna be like so much fun.
Yeah,
We're
it's
just
gonna
gonna be like
so much
ambassadors for fun.
It's gonna be like the best time ever, like us just being girlfriends, like real girlfriends, like having a good time. 3 days later. You know, the reason that Marisol is not here is because she thinks that someone is doing witchcraft on her.
Classical Larsa, you misconstrued.
Classical Adriana, like seriously, to be honest, like seriously, honestly, like.
She throws a drink.
You gave me barracuda look.
What is barracuda? You're like fake. Yeah, you're like a fake bitch, and you're jealous of all of us, and you deserve everything that you get because you are a bad person. And then they're like,
And then it's gratified.
and then we just see Adriana being rolled in a wheelchair. And that brings us to the end of Real Housewives of Miami.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you.
Did it!
Thank you for braving the ice. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, guys. We
Thank
love
you.
guys. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Oh, let's get some fish.
Welcome to the club, everybody say my name. Welcome to the mall and same. Everywhere I go, people holler every day. I raise my hands up and holler back. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch.
I only drink one water.
Hey,
Love you guys.
bitch.
Thank you.
If you don't know me, you're welcome to blow me, bitch. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Every day's a parade, don't even try to shade. Magazines and blogs for the Facebook and Insta. I rule them all, cause when I play, I win. Duh, People magazine called and said, I'm the man. Asked me lots of questions, I answered every one. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Pretend not to love me, but don't think you're above me, bitch. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. You could try to hate me, but life celebrates me.
Boy,
Bitch,
girl,
bitch,
another boat.
Bitch, bitch, all around the world, even sharks.
That's a stretch.
Bitch,
Mommy,
bitch,
daddy,
bitch,
even baby.
Bitch, bitch, read the holy book, even God saved a wretch, bitch. Bitch.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors.
Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney. Christy Wowardy Dowardy.
Dana C. Dana Do. She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels, Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
You're never alone with Lacey Monteleone.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Megan Berg, you can't have a burger without the Berg. Sarah Greenwood, she only uses her power for good.
Can't stop fanning over Tina Manning.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Better do what she says. It's Elva Enriquez. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Undo your fasteners, it's Aaron Kastner.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
We will, Joanna Rockland you. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
She's a good hobby, it's Lauren Hobgood.
We want to hang with Liz Lang. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Nancy Cease and Desisto.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch or Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.